Hi guys, I'm Clay Ballard. I'm sure many of you watched the US Open last week and noticed Martin Kaymer just ran away with the thing, won by 8 strokes. And you probably noticed as he was warming up, he was doing a drill with a tennis ball. Today I'm going to go over this tennis ball drill with you, talk about how it can help you to get a bigger shoulder turn, create a wider arc, both of which are going to help you to get more speed in your golf swing, and also help for those of you that are bending your left arm at the top of your swing. We're going to help you to keep that straight and to get some overall better fundamentals and better distance. If this sounds like something you'd like to do, this video is perfect for you. Okay, so first to get started, let's go ahead and lose the club, and I'll talk about how we get set up with this first. I'm just using a basic lanyard. This would be I think this is from when I went to Bay Hill this year, and it just had a pass on it. And I actually just hooked a paper clip, cut a couple holes in the tennis ball, hooked a paper clip through there, and a rubber band, so it's actually a little bit stretchy, and you can adapt the distance, make it a little longer or shorter depending on how you pull it with your forearms. And from here, you want this to hang about to your belt buckle. So we want that to hang down, hit my belt buckle. If it goes too low, then it's obviously going to be below our hands. And if it's too high, our forearms won't be able to reach together to grab the tennis ball. So you want to make sure that it's just above your wrist. Maybe 3 inches above your wrist would be ideal for this. Now, the one thing that I've noticed when I first started to do this drill, and I've seen other people try to do this drill, is you want to make sure, excuse me, that you don't round your shoulders forward. So the tendency is to really get a good grip on this tennis ball. You try to get your elbows close together, and then watch what happens when I do this. Watch my shoulders. They tend to round forward and my upper back is really curved. I want to try to limit that as much as I can. So I'm going to keep my shoulders kind of down and back and just let my arms come together to grab the tennis ball. And I don't really want to have all that tight of a grip on it. So as I'm doing this, I'm feeling like my shoulders are down and back, and I'm just barely pressing on this tennis ball. Your shoulders will have to round forward just a very small amount, but again, we're going to try to limit that as much as we can. So that's the proper setup. Now let's go ahead and do a step-by-step through this entire drill. Okay, so now you can go ahead and pick up a club, and what we're really trying to do with this drill is we're trying to maintain some width. So this is going to be pinched between our forearms, and we're going to maintain width as we go into the backswing by keeping a wide arc and keeping our arms very, very straight. We're only going to be able to keep the tennis ball between our arms for about the first half of the swing to 3/4 of the swing, depending upon your flexibility. And the real key for this is you really want to make sure that you only go as far as you can go. So if you're very, very flexible, you'll be able to go back a little farther. If you're not very flexible, you won't be able to go back quite as far. You're not trying to strain and stretch into the positions that you can't naturally get into. You're just trying to do the best you can given your flexibility. So now what I want you to do, let's actually, we'll set this club down for one more second, and I want you to go ahead and grab this ball between the forearms as we did in the first part of this video. And all I want you to do is turn back as far as you can, again, as I mentioned, without really straining. All right, so both my arms are straight at this point. This would be an extremely wide arc. So I'm creating a very wide arc when I'm going back. The bigger the arc you make, the more distance you can get. So I'm going to do this a couple more times. Bigger arc, and you'll notice that this lanyard and this string is really being stretched out. It's not hanging loose like this. If I let that hang loose, that's usually indicative that my left arm is bending down. And now you can see that this is really, really loose and my left arm's breaking down. So again, as I mentioned before, we want to go ahead and keep both arms straight, really get a lot of turn here, and keep a little bit of tension on this lanyard. It may be hanging slightly loose, but we want to keep it fairly tense. That's going to force me to rotate my shoulders. And if you notice in this drill, as I'm doing this, just a little half backswing, look how much my shoulders are turning here. I want you to go ahead and do this probably 100 times to get really comfortable with this and to not feel like you have to force it, but you just let it happen nice and relaxed as you're going back. Now as we add the club, we're going to move through this position. As we go a little farther back, the tennis ball is going to fall out, and then we're going to swing on through. So let's go ahead and add the club now. Same thing, I'm going to set up. I'm going to do a few more reps just practicing my takeaway of the first half of the backswing. There we go. That's about as far as I can go keeping the tennis ball in. There we go. Notice that I had a big full shoulder turn there. Same thing from down the line. Get that tennis ball in. Big full shoulder turn, going about halfway back, 3/4 of the way back. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and swing all the way back and through. And again, that tennis ball will fly out as you complete the backswing and start the downswing. Let me go ahead and do one from face on so you can see it from this angle. Now as I'm going back, keeping both those arms very straight, good full shoulder turn, big arc. There we go, and swing on through. So practice that. It's going to help those 3 key areas. Do as many reps without a club or without making a full swing. Get that good full shoulder turn. Keep both those arms straight so that you make that big wide arc as you're going back. And then from there, go ahead and swing all the way on through. That's really going to help you in those 3 key areas. Good luck to you guys, and good luck improving your distance. All right, so for those of you joining us on YouTube, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button down below. That really helps us out. And +1 this video on Google. That helps us a ton to grow this channel and to continue to bring you more great videos. As a bonus for you guys, I'm going to attach a preview of the wide, narrow, wide drill, which is going to go over exactly what we worked on in this tennis ball video and help to further ingrain it. So we're going to go wide with the arms. As you narrow this up, remember that most of that happens with the wrist. So keep that in mind as you're watching this wide, narrow, wide video. The right arm will bend a little bit to create that piston action, but we want to create most of that lag from the wrist angle themselves. So if you want to check out this full video that's about to play, click on the link that's going to pop up on your screen. You can sign up for your free Rotary Swing membership. You'll be able to watch that entire video, plus 4 or 5 hours of bonus instruction. Or if you're on a mobile device, go ahead and click that link down in your description. I look forward to seeing you guys much more in the future. Good luck with your distance and your golf game, and I'll see you soon. So how would you like to have the same swing shape as every PGA Tour golfer in the world? I know what a lot of you are thinking right now. That's not even possible. There's a lot of guys that swing flat and around their body. There's other guys that swing more upright. There's all kinds of variations in swing shapes on the PGA Tour. And that is true, but there is one swing shape that'll be common for every professional golfer, and that's wide, narrow, wide. Now what I mean by this is in the takeaway and backswing, you're gonna make a nice wide swing arc. Then you're going to narrow that swing arc in the downswing by creating lag, and then wide in the release as you get rid of lag and create some clubhead speed. It's the only way to create tour caliber clubhead speeds and still be very consistent. So if you want to learn the wide, narrow, wide swing shape, I'm going to show it to you in 3 simple steps.